Hey, it's Kelly here from Kelly McVie Coaching and Therapies. Today I just want to chat a little bit about soulmates, love, signs from the universe, manifesting the one, and the cautions we should take when manifesting a partner. As if we have unhealed trauma, patterns, experiences within us, we are more likely to be manifesting or meeting someone who's going to show up those wounds. Sometimes someone may also just appear to show you how far you've moved along your healing journey and how old patterns or behaviors that would once have you stuck in a loop trying to make it work, make an impossible situation work. You may find that you can let go of those situations much easier than you could in the past. I don't personally yet believe in one soulmate. I think we can have soulmates that show up along our life and to help us heal and grow on a spiritual level. As cliche as that is, it's shit. I wish it wasn't true. I wish we could just have happily ever after. But from my observations, that doesn't seem to be the case. And I guess the concept of having a spiritual purpose or a purpose to learn, grow, and develop gives some meaning to sometimes very destructive occurrences. Now, I've definitely been more limerent with people. Limerence is sort of lusting and yearning for someone that you never going to have or you know is never going to end up being in a relationship or being the one or anything like that, but you still feel this insatiable attraction to them, and that is most likely showing up where you need to heal, where we need to heal still. I've often worked over the last 10 or so years when I've been more aware of limerence. I've sat with it more often with the person I'm feeling that limerent attraction to, rather than forcing myself to give it up and continuing to work on my own healing journey. So if I've met a person that I'm feeling attracted to and maybe we've pursued a little bit and realized that's not a match and it's sort of bringing up some old patterns or behaviors, I do some reflection and reflect on what qualities I perceive this person to have that I'm attracted to. And often there has been like either some personality traits I've liked or some quirkiness, or they drank the same drink as me and they go for the same footy team, so that means soulmates, doesn't it? I've got my dog here trying to get up. Yeah, so identifying some of those people were vulnerability to be myself, and more recently it was opening me up to love and kindness, but from within myself and not through that person. That person was kind of the catalyst for me to touch onto what I could experience in the future, but not with that particular person, as ended up being a dead-end situation. One where my needs was not going to get met at all. There. And then I met someone who had unique tattoos of one or two of my spirit totem animals. And like many spiritual people, if we see someone with a tattoo of our totem animal, that's going to get our attention. And it got my attention, so I did persevere a little bit with that. Took time, tried to get to know this person before committing. And there was the love bomb stage, and then there was definitely old patterns and behaviors coming up, and I won't say I was perfect in it, but he definitely had a lot of narcissistic traits, as he kept telling me I talk way too much, when all my life I've always been told I'm way too quiet, and I have found my voice now, so I'm not going to shut up for him. And yeah, there was a verbal emotional abuse there, and once it got to that level, like, if we both stayed pursuing each other, it would just end up a disaster on both accounts. Like, we'd both end up unhappy, and that's just being able to disperse. And that I guess symbology with the tattoos, that was still a learning and still a lesson. Who knows, maybe he and I did have a past life together or something like that. But I've grown out of all those patterns. I've got myself now. I don't, like, if someone doesn't like qualities about me, then I'm quite happy to let them go. I'm also a very loyal and caring person, so the right person, or if they come along, then I know I've got a lot of qualities to give, which I, in the past, did not think I had any qualities at all. I am also, over the last year, become aware of solo polyamory, where polyamorous. I'm new to the concepts, but that's about prioritizing us first, our own needs, wants, desires first, and then maybe having a lover or two or three or different kind of relationships that fulfill us in whatever is authentic and right for who we are and what stage we are in our journey. If that's a monogamous relationship, then that's all cool. I just getting to a point in my life where I don't have to be responsible for anyone. I was a teen parent, and then I had a couple more kids later on, which I wanted my kids. I mean, the teen pregnancy wasn't planned, definitely. But yeah, I did want that journey, but that has led nearly, well, I was 15 when I got pregnant, so, and now I'm almost 45, so I've pretty much spent my whole life being responsible for others, or being under the control of others, because there's a lot of toxic dynamics in my childhood and into my adult. So I'm not in too much of a rush to be jumping into any relationships. I'm going to stop that there. I keep going to make videos for this channel, and then I want to make it perfect, but how's this for just a little chat for starting? Let me know in the comments your experiences, thoughts on limerence, spirituality, love, romance. Have you found your soulmate, and has it been a positive connection? And what I will add, if you do have I have a history of trauma and emotional, it can be either emotional, physical, different types of abuse. Trauma is anything that the brain and body nervous system perceives as danger or threat to our survival, and a lot of that programming is programmed into us between birth and 7 years of age, before our conscious brain and adult self has formed. So a lot of things can trace back to that time. Yeah, so then if we meet someone who's gonna match that wounding, they really can feel like a soulmate. I've met different people. I've been convinced they're my soulmate. It just felt so right, blah blah blah, even though I didn't know anything really about them. And that's a clue, and that's part of our own personal journeys to become self-responsible, because we all know, I think, how annoying it is to have someone we don't want or don't want to commit to keep nagging us or hounding us or trying to get more from us when we know it's not going to happen. So it's important to try and not to force ourselves onto anyone who's not interested in a relationship or anything with us, and also to pay attention to where we are maybe being taken advantage of or being used as convenient as a convenience. And if the limerent person is a celebrity or someone that we're never likely to meet, then we have to ask, what are those qualities again within that celebrity that you would hope that person would bring into your life, and know that that's a mirror for what's already within you, and to own those qualities, or to heal those parts if it needs to be healed, or to grieve, or just to, yeah, go there. I'm going to stop there. Thank you for watching. Hopefully lots more videos coming on personal development, healing from trauma, spirituality, and things along that line.